What is going on? I'm Zedmon. If you're looking for that all of the boom video that typically comes out on Fridays, do jump into that video inbox, assuming it works for you, and winning all of the boom warships and more up there. That thumbnail, I thought I was being clever. Usually you guys comment on my thumbnails. 0 people did, so maybe dude carrying all of the boom didn't translate all that well. Regardless, code ZMOT in the shop. It does expire. I didn't just delete my own name to put it back in. I promise that would be devious though. We are going to look at this account, the fun account, the one that was crushing and enjoying, and a bunch of you have said that this style of warship has saved your season, so love to hear that feedback. I am down almost 100 stars, which coincides in the fact that I've got over 100 keys. So we are going to spend those right now. The masses have gotten to Heavy Choppas. So for the longest time, no one could clear bases because they didn't have the tech. And then Heavy Choppas came along and now everyone has the tech. So I was very, very tempted to get this dumb node and jump into 7, but that is a ton of keys. We're at like 189 already to here, plus I wanted to get to here another 36, and here another 36, plus you got to go through Scorchers for another 30. Way too many keys, and that deck at 7 is bad, so we're gonna join the masses and get all of this stuff. Now we got 10 million upgrade tokens. Just shows that I don't have anything that takes tokens. Don't have rocket launchers, don't have Bullit, don't have our shock launchers or shocks or artillery. So all of the things that eat up your upgrade tokens are not in my tree. Now, if you're gonna go get those heavy choppas, make sure, darn sure that you do have heavies. Otherwise, you're just gonna be dropping critters out of those things. We are gonna max Kavan because why not? Just to make sure we've got our 4th hero of the season. If you're not playing with 4 heroes, what are you even doing? Now, this account doesn't actually have 4. We don't have Everspark, so little bit. I don't even have Bullit. Wow, okay, so only 2 heroes. I'm doing this right. Go team. Now we've got to max our heavy choppas out, and well, I'm thinking about it. We've got to place those critter launchers. So I'm going to place one along this back wall. Not going to change my base because I'm lazy. Should probably always change your base, though. We're going to throw one back in this general neighborhood, and finally... Sure, let's go over in this general specific area. Something like that-ish. You know what? Good enough. Don't need to worry too much about that. We're going to get a couple heavy choppas out there. We are going to get all laser rangers, and we are going to get our good friend Dr. Kevy Kavan. Now, before we do that, quick review of the tech tree. I've got one thing I need to change. You might need to change it as well. Smoke, tick 1, don't care. Flare, tick 3, actually helpful in some instances. Rifles, not unlocked. So that is a quick thing to check. When you get Kavan, if you have rifles and you've gone through that top section, you probably want to move to rifles. Assuming you have the diamonds, assuming you care enough, you probably want to change that node. Now, I don't have rifles, so we can't change that node, so Kavan is going to be bringing back tick 1 rifles. So, what that means is during our attack, we need to hold Kavan until some troops have died. Now, I have no doubt that we are going to have many troops die. One thing I want, just one more thing, Steve Jobs turtleneck moment. Check out the health on these heavy choppas. 65,000 big ones. So they are gonna die, but they're gonna be alive for a little while. And so are the heavies that they're gonna be pooping out. And for those of you who can visualize that heavy I've already spent too much time. Hopefully I can't wrap my head around that. I can't visualize things. I'm one of the 3% of people in the world who can't do that, which some of you, we got a 5. Oh, thank goodness. I get to practice heavy choppa hits I don't have any idea how to use Heavy Choppas yet this season. They're gonna spread a little bit weird. It's gonna be awkward. I'm gonna get you three spread nice and wide, like, never mind. We're gonna drop this Dr. Kevy over here. We're gonna wait a little bit. I don't have to be super quick. I don't think, I didn't even scout this person, to be completely honest, so I have no idea what we actually need these guys to do, but we've got enough heavies spread out there that we should be okay. I'm gonna clear some mines over here, clear some mines over here, and we're gonna clear this thing left to right-ish. Kavan probably needs a smoke because Kavan is a bit dumb. Forgot about that bit. And now we're going to see how Laser Rangers do. I have been primarily using Iron Will. Do not have shocks, which means that my Laser Rangers are going to be a little bit susceptible. Kavan does do some damage reduction, but we should be good here. We've got enough health and enough damage to walk through basically any base. I am willing to bet this 5-engine room player was very, very happy to see my base. Anyone who sees my base that has been stuck at 5-engine rooms, likely very, very happy to get all of the free engine rooms. Nobody is fizzling on my base. It is just way too easy to clear. Speaking of easy to clear, though, we went slow and got 2 minutes. Oh, Beowulf. I have faced Beowulf a lot this season, so unlucky, Mr. Bay. Weird to have Grenadiers in there. That's a strange... Maybe to clear the mines? Don't retreat! No! Go get the engine rooms. They're free. Okay, so Beowulf's gonna retreat. Yeah, please don't retreat. Go get those engine rooms, especially if you're at 5 and you're struggling to get engine rooms. Go get those free engine rooms. I will wait. Your opponent will wait. This season especially, don't feel the need to retreat, and especially if you don't have instant training. Like, my base has no defensive building damage if you look over here. So yes, we do have... I can't zoom. Yes, we do have the building health, because that may only make sense, but no building damage. Now, we are up against someone over here. They also have no building damage, so I am gonna retreat this puppy out of here. Don't need... I'm almost tempted to go with 1 boat of Heavy Choppa, but we're gonna do 2. Just because I don't have any idea what I'm doing. We're going to wait to see which way that one turns. Is it going to turn left or is it going to turn right? Should have gone a little bit better on my ordering. And now we're just going to go 1, 2, 3 over here and 1, 2, 3 over here with Kavan. And we're going to watch this left-hand side because that mortar could very much ruin my life if we let it. Kavan is in good shape. Our Laser Rangers on that right-hand side are in good shape. Now we just need to make darn sure that our troops don't clear all of those mines. So strange being able to clear mines using critters. I have only been able to use barrage up until now, so this is a bit strange, making sure there's no hidden mines underneath that thing. Little bit later than I should have, but I think we're on just cruise control at this point. I don't think there's anything that's going to get in our way. Maybe those mines over there. I am just going to use all of my GBE to clear all of the mines. And I wasn't fizzling before, but using heavies were slow, and we didn't have critters, so we had to use only barrage to clear mines. I almost feel like maybe I should have just gotten critters and avoided the whole Heavy Choppa conversation, but at this point, that Heavy Choppa is going to go right, which is going to distract that rocket launcher and that boom cannon. I think it is, and yeah, there we go. So it went right. Not the worst thing in the world. Kavan has kept every single one of our Laser Rangers alive, or maybe that's their lack of building health, or building damage, I should say, and we are just cruising through all of this stuff as some of those heavies go around the corner in a less than optimal way. That Heavy Choppa has taken like 27 shots from that boom cannon and is still just standing in like a champion. We lost 0 Heavy Choppas, which is not terribly unexpected, and we went decently quick. I can definitely get quicker than that. I kind of want to use brick with Heavy Choppas, to be completely honest. We've got the health and the damage that I'm very, very tempted to use Brick with them. By the way, if you're struggling and you have like no offensive statues, give Heavy Choppa, Rocket Choppa a shot. It walks through bases better than most defenses or most offensive things at the moment. On my ugly, ugly, ugly account that I'll find and show you right now, right about there, the Z Mott spelled out account. Look at this ridiculousness. Like, this is higher than my fun account, which is the sad, sad part of the season. 160% building health, 120% building damage, and then only 40% offense. Like, this Doom Cannon, just crushing things. And people are clearing this though, by the way. What I'm tempted to do is switch that building health down to like 120% and boost my offense to 80%. But for now, let's not think about that account, because every time I think about that account, I get tired and bored. I want to give Brick and Battle Orders a chance here, but I'm kind of worried that my Laser Rangers are going to run in front of my Heavies if I do that. Oh, of course we got a 23. Oh, speaking of 120% building health, 160% building damage, this is going to be a huge test of our offensive skills and abilities. So, where the heck do we go? Now, they don't have critter launchers, which is not a huge surprise. Where do we attack this thing from? I feel like we should just go straight at it, to be completely honest. We're gonna go there, and I'm gonna drop... We're gonna drop Kavan here, and our Laser Rangers here, and I'm gonna open up a little bit wider with that right-hand side ramp, just to try to get a little bit of separation between all of our things, because our heavy dudes might just not make it to where we want them to in time. So we're gonna throw some critters over here. Oh gosh, did you see that? Our Heavy Choppa is already down. That is mind-blowing. I am quickly realizing that I don't have shocks, which is going to make this very, very, very interesting. So we went from getting a 5-engine room base to getting the healthiest of the bases. So need to be on it with this. We have brought back some low-level rifles. Need to throw a med kit, even though that med kit's not going to be doing a heck of a lot. And now we're getting picked off from the sides and the front and all of the rest. Our Laser Ranger numbers are dwindling in a big way. Our Heavy Choppa numbers are dwindling in a big way. That Doom Cannon is wrecking us. We're still clearing though. We're still doing all right, still getting good grades, and they're only getting better. I told you I always come back to songs. And now let's get over into here, trying to get away from that Doom Cannon in the slightest of fashions, but now we just need to come back towards the front. Gross. Okay, so shocks are high. Look, see how Laser Rangers just kind of hang out back there? Then they start popping some bubblegum and annoying you. We are gonna fizzle, so we need to clean that up in a big way. If you've been watching this channel, I've been going to this bottom corner, did not do that in this instance, and we just got pummeled. And by the way, I'm sure that person, whoever we're facing, I'm gonna recognize whoever it is, I'm almost certain. Who we got? We got Dave VW. Dave VW, I am almost certain, is loving facing my base because he has all of the defensives. He got some engine rooms, which I'm sure is very, very thankful from him. Doing what I like to do as well, to be completely honest. Trying to BART out your Rocket Choppas as they retreat. That one we should have won. Look at this log. Look at this log. Just ugly. And that is why you don't save 157 tokens. Can we get shocks here? Oh, look how far backwards shocks are. That is disappointing. Look how far back shocks are. That is gross. Through Everspark. So we're just going to have to get good Getting heavy choppas is not the answer to all of life's problems, but they are very likely to be at least open up the ability to get those puppies down. So this is a little bit of an easier base, 120% building health. Definitely going to make our lives slightly easier. Just need to figure out where the heck we're going to go with our troops and how quick we need to be. So going to let those heavies clear that mortar, and then we're gonna bring all of these ladies up the gut. You know what? We're just gonna stick with Old Faithful. We're gonna send our critters back there, getting all of these guys on that shock mine. Really don't care about that. But what we're gonna do next is we're gonna clear a little bit in, not a heck of a lot in, and then we're gonna do the old pull-out maneuver, which many of you are familiar with, just clearing a little bit and then smoking the heck out of dodge. Kavan actually came along for the ride this time, which is great. We do have critters, which is going to be also fairly great, but my goodness, the lack of shocks is going to be frustrating to know. I don't know how I did this without heavy choppas, to be completely honest, but clearing all of the things, that is what we're after. That is the spread that I have been doing so much better with, just walking through bases as our troops get this beautiful split. Splits, pull-out maneuvers. There's too many innuendos, friends. Or not enough innuendos, one of the two. Regardless, we have got most of our laser rangers alive. We are going to crush this base in record time, and definitely need to get my butt in gear as far as those full defensive bases. I hope I face a couple more in the next little bit. Do consider subscribing so that you can see how to walk through those puppies. I have zero doubts that offense will win this season, but I gotta get good is the problem. Now, I also feel like I have way too much troop health, but I'm also cheap. So as far as spending those diamonds to move that troop health into building or troop damage, I already moved it. I already had 120, then I moved it back. So you saw how quick those heavy choppas got shot down. Seekers appealing, obviously, but and even doing a split attack with Seekers would be very fun, or Seekers with heavy choppas, but without shocks, Seekers would be terrible, I think. That node is just so disappointing. I do love the fact that there's a crappy node in the way of that engine room. People called Kavan the gatekeeper for all of the offensive tools, just standing here holding the door to block you from getting all of this fun stuff. Kavan always is the fun wrecker. See how I tried to call him a fun wrecker as opposed to the very obvious term that I want to use? We'll just call Kavan a blocker and move on. Immortal Phoenix has completed now. 129, a decent time, and that building health that I was showing you, that 180% building health, just going from 40% to 80% building health knocks about a minute off people's times. So do consider, when I know I've been preaching all offense all the time, but this node right here, probably best to go for building health on that one. And this node back here, same thing. Building damage, meh. Gunboat energy, also meh. Go for that building health. 80% building health is the sweet spot at the second. And I've seen some with 120% building health, even 160%. But if you're just looking to get moving forwards and you want to have a lot of fun with offense, just keep it down to 80 for the second. Now, I'm also going to show you a rocket choppa hit for the people of you with very low offense, very cool hits where you end up getting this well-timed grappler, by the way. The grappler pulls, and then this wall blocks, and then Bullit just stands there and shocks as your rocket choppas clear up this entire side. It's very cool if you haven't seen it. This person, 160% building health. They have the same as me? No, same as me, but different. They have a different 80, a different 160. We will see how this goes. I really want to use brick against one of these bases to see how it goes, but I'm just a lot bit nervous that grappler is going to grab her. So we're just going to keep the same deal. Going to get into this corner and clear up. But first, we need to get over into here. Maybe we'll drop one over here too, just so that our troops don't go backwards against that stupid sniper tower. Where do we start our troops is the problem. I need to barrage some stuff. We'll get a barrage about there. And then Kavan's going to come into here. And all of you ladies coming over to here. Just trying to get our stuff into that corner. And that should do a decent job of it. Also going to barrage here, even though I hate that at the second. But now that we've got all of that stuff done, let's get over into here, over into there. Very, very, very low on gunboat energy, which is not ideal. But at least Kavan made the trip, which is the important part. And now we just need a med kit out front, because those laser rangers, some of them just got splattered by all of that rocket fire, and now we're doing okay. Now we are exactly where I was hoping to be, mostly, kind of, sort of. We've got our laser rangers going forwards, we've got our heavies going sideways, we've got some critters distracting that doom cannon over on that right hand side. Kavan bringing back some goodness. Feeling pretty good about this at the second. That doom cannon is a problem and will continue to be a problem, but at least we've got some critters over there. Need a med kit as well. Now those laser rangers right there are going to wrap back around the corner, and we should be able to get some critters out on that doom cannon. A second wind probably would have been better, but here comes that second wind. Now the laser rangers, this is the fun part, when they start shooting down Florida, just absolutely crushing all of the things, clearing all sorts of defenses at once. When they're shooting against a blank wall, not super duper fun. When they're shooting down that Florida key, so much goodness. By the way, I don't know if my Florida reference tracks or not, but that to me, like, that's the Florida of this map. I don't even know the United States geography at all, but I know where Florida is. So there is a win using the laser rangers, getting into that left-hand corner and then just clearing out like the plague, spreading across. Yeah. There we go. So we're just going to get that beautiful split, and then these guys come back and join, and you need a couple more arrows showing that things are going to go this way and that way, and drawings are good except for when they're not. Okay, here it goes. This is that hit I was talking about with Heavy Choppas and Rocket Choppas. Notice that they have a lot of offense. I've also seen this done by people with almost no offense. Now, obviously the sky shield on the right-hand side makes this hit a little bit different, but what was interesting to me was watch Bullit in particular. It's very, very cool what happens here. Very much planned, very much well executed. Bullit gets the taunt out, Grappler pulls him against that wall, and then he just taunts all of the things, just crushing that grappler, crushing the shock launcher and the boom cannon as the troops move up that right-hand wall. He's also hitting things, by the way. He's also doing a bit of damage there, and that's how he turns that corner, and out come all of the Heavy Choppa, Rocket Choppa. Very, very, very cool hit. I wanted to show you guys that in case you wanted to try to pull that off. We are going to keep tinkering with this. Like I said, I want to try to get Brick back involved, because it is Brick leads the charge season after. I try to move these things over so things, like, I find that you can't really read the text when it's against the warship. That's why if you see me moving my screen, that is why we moved up, so that way we've got this beautiful ocean background against that title. Good things happening on the warships. Again, diamonds though. Diamonds are I'm just cruising through diamonds in a big, big, big way, as you can see by the fact that it costs 800 to switch on this account. but only 300 on my defensive account. And that switch that I just pulled off was getting rid of the grappler for that exact reason you just saw and moving into the damage amplifier. So, and by the way, people are still clearing the base. Stimulator stimulated me beyond that. Let's just back out of that one awkwardly into the bushes. Nonetheless, keep code ZMOT in that shop. Keep that submarine diving. There are all sorts of undersea treasures. Let me know in the comments how your warship is going, if you're doing imitation game or not, and what you're hoping for in season 56. Yes, we're already talking season 56. It is bound to be different. They've given us new things the last couple seasons. Very curious to see if you think there's going to be this many choice nodes, if they're going to break gunboat energy out, or any of the other fun details. I'm ZMOT. Thanks for coming in. Peace.